What's up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button because today we're breaking down an explosive market day. We're talking a stock that just rocketed over 50% in a single session. We're talking MEI gaining 50.6% on absolutely insane volume. But here's the thing. It wasn't just one winner today. We had multiple stocks absolutely skyrocketing while others got absolutely crushed. We saw 3 consecutive mega gainers all pushing past 30%. But we also saw some devastating losses with $BTM dropping 43%. So if you want to know which stocks moved, why they moved, and what it means for tomorrow's trading, you're in exactly the right place. Let's break it down. Before we jump into the movers, let's set the stage for what happened in the broader market today. We had a really interesting day with some extreme divergence between winners and losers. What's notable is that we're seeing a lot of activity in small cap and micro cap stocks, which means there's real money flowing into specific sectors and specific stories. The volume we're seeing on these moves is telling us that institutions and retail traders alike are making big bets. We've got relative volume ranging from 1.2 times normal all the way up to 45.5 times normal on some of these stocks. That's not random noise. That's conviction. That's money moving. That's traders voting with their capital. And when you see that kind of volume, especially at these price levels, it usually means we're going to see follow-through or major reversals. So stick around as we break down exactly which stocks matter and why. T's start with the absolute monster of the day. MEI. Methode Electronics. This stock absolutely ripped, gaining 50.6% and closing at $14.10. We're talking about over 12.5 million shares changing hands with relative volume at 25.5 times normal. That is absolutely explosive. Now, what triggered this move? According to the news flow, Methode was presenting at the Oppenheimer. Lars. Expect a significant pullback. Next up is Vivo. Vivo Power International. This one gained 37.4%, closing at $4.30 on 5.3 million shares with 6.2 times relative volume. What happened here? Multiple catalysts converging. Vivo Power announced they're launching a tenant search for a Norwegian data center. That's real business development. They also secured 1.9 $5 psychological level. Then we have AAOX, which gained 36.5% and closed at $94.46. Now, here's the interesting part. There's no news on this one. Zero news. That makes this move mysterious. With 6.2 million shares trading but only 1.2 times relative volume. This wasn't as extreme as some of the others. But it still moved. This could be technical driven. MEI. Started. Keep your eyes peeled. Number 4 is BES, which is up 36.4% at $3.70. Over 1.2 million shares moved with 45.5 times relative volume. That is absolutely absurd volume relative to normal trading. The news here mentions they're presenting at the Emerging Growth Conference, and they've been featured in various industry articles about industrial stocks moving. PECT profit taking. And finally on the gainers. HYLN. Hillian Holdings is up 33.6% at $3.58. Over 8.1 million shares traded with 4.3 times relative volume. Now here's the thing. The news on this one is actually negative. Hillian reported a Q4 loss and missed revenue expectations. but somehow the stock is up 33%. This is a classic case of a stock T got absolutely demolished today, starting with $BTM. Bitcoin Depot down a brutal 43% at $2.65. Over 1 million shares traded. Now, Bitcoin Depot is a Bitcoin ATM network operator, right? So the news flow mentions they reported trading lower after the company rep. It doesn't give us all the details here, but clearly something negative came out when you're down 43% in a single day. We could see it test the 150 range. Next, $TLSI. Trisalus Life Sciences is down 41.9% at $2.65 on nearly 7 million shares. The news is damning. Lake Street, a respected analyst, maintained a buy rating but lowered their price target. Then Trisalus swung to a Q1 earnings loss with revenue decline. So the company didn't just miss. They went negative. The analyst still likes it long T. Right now it's in the penalty box. Then we have $IDN. Intellicheck down 38.4% at $4.45 on over 4 million shares. Their Q1 2026 earnings transcript shows the company missed expectations. The ID verification software space is competitive, and Intellicheck apparently lost some momentum. Key support is at the $4 level. If this holds, it could bounce. If it breaks, the next support is If it breaks, the next support is $3. HTCO. High Trend International Group is down 35.7% at $7.24 on 1.5 million shares. And get this, the stock was halted on a circuit breaker during the session, which means the selling was so intense that the exchange had to pause trading to let things cool down. That's a red flag. This company clearly had bad news or an announcement. The actual fundamental issue is, and finally, $NBIZ, which is down 31.9% at $1.76. But look at this volume. 58.9 million shares. That is absolutely insane for a stock trading at 176. The news mentions leveraged ETF winners amid S&P 500's fifth straight weekly loss. So apparently, $NBIZ is getting caught up in rotation trades. The market's been down 5 straight. So here's what we're watching for tomorrow. First, we need to see if today's big gainers hold their levels or if we get profit taking. MEI and Vivo both had conference presentation catalysts, which usually means these moves have legs. If they both hold above their close prices tomorrow, we could see a continuation. Watch for follow-through volume in the first hour of trading. Second, keep an eye on $AAOX because there's no news. In this market, stocks that move without news often have news coming. Do your research tonight. Check if there's a press release after hours. Check social media. Check industry news. $AAOX at $94 is interesting because that's typically a price point where institutional traders pay attention. Third, the losers. Watch for capitulation. When we see 40 to 50% drops in a single day, we're often close to a bottom. That doesn't mean buy the dip immediately, but it means watch for reversal candlesticks and pivot points. $BTM and $TLSI are candidates for bounce plays if we see any positive news tomorrow. Finally, watch the broader market. $NBIZ's massive sell-off correlates with the S&P 500's losing streak. If we see a relief rally tomorrow in the major indices, some of these beaten down stocks could snap back. That's your real opportunity. Catching the reversal when the macro picture changes. One more thing. Volume is your friend. Every single one of these stocks had significant volume changes. Tomorrow, pay attention to which movers have heavy volume and which ones don't. High volume moves are more likely to sustain. Low volume moves are likely to reverse. Every single day after market close, we break down the top gainers and the top losers so you never miss a major move. We're talking about real money, real volume, real catalysts, and real opportunities. If you want to stay ahead of the market and catch these moves early, you need to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Because when we publish our daily recap, we want you to see it immediately. Tomorrow we're going to cover a brand new set of movers. Maybe some of today's gainers will be on the list again with follow-through. Maybe we'll see completely new names pop up. Either way, you'll want to be here. See you tomorrow. If you want more detailed analysis on any of these stocks, deeper dives into their fundamentals, their technical setups, their risk-reward profiles, head over to TDVW.com. That's TDVW.com. We've got research. We've got alerts. We've got a whole community of traders sharing ideas. And hey, if you found this video helpful, drop a comment below. Tell us which stock you're watching tomorrow. Which one do you think has the most upside? Which one do you think is heading lower? Let's build a community where we're all learning from each other. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in tomorrow's market recap.